Hello guys and welcome back to another Model Rail video, and you can clearly hear it's throwing it down, but that isn't going to dampen the mood as we are going to do a huge running session with every single locomotive that I have accumulated in 2021. Now we do this every year. I did do this on my main channel last year before I moved the Model Rail channel, before I created the Model Rail channel, so I will put a link in the description to that. It is on the main channel though. However, there have been 18 new additions this year, which is nearly twice what we got in 2020. So it's going to be a big running session. I'm starting with the first two. Now we're going in order of locos we bought. So I'm going in the order that they were bought, shall we say. So first off was Walter K. Whigham, the A4 in Experimental Purple. Gorgeous loco. It's nearly a year old now because I got it in January. And the other loco is Hogwarts Castle, which is the Castle class Hogwarts Castle, not the Hall class. But that's because I've got the Hogwarts Castle and I'm going to get Alton Hall, which is the real life version of Hogwarts Castle, which is a Hall class, not a Castle class. But this is a Castle class because it's all very confusing. Anyway, this is a good model overall though. Do like it. Does seize up occasionally, just got to get it going again. But otherwise, very good runner when it's going. Got some passengers also, like with this one. So get some shots of these two going around, and then we'll change over. We'll do possibly two, maybe even three at a time, depending. But yeah, and you can clearly see the gorgeous Hush Hush British Enterprise is in the siding over there, because it doesn't fit in my cupboard yet, so I'm going to have to think of a plan for that. But yeah, that's going to be last, so hopefully you're all looking forward to that. Anyway, nothing extravagant today, no ridiculously long trains or anything, but it should just be a fun running session, so let's get right to it. Whoa, what's going on? I think the A4 was stuck on something. Don't know. Seems alright now. I think the coaches were dragging something, because it was just wheel slipping, which is weird. Lovely. So that's the first two then. I will now dead quickly get around to the next two, put some coaches or whatever on, depending on what the loco is, and we'll watch those go around. So the next two are the Intercity 125 in Virgin Trains livery, and the other is Bachmann Dinmore Manor. So I'm going to watch these two go round, and yeah, let's get to it. I managed to get these old ones working a little bit, so we'll do what we can, and I'll swap them over for more modern, better running locos. Because we can't be dealing with old rubbish. I mean, it runs well and then stops. Yeah, it's died. That's just destroying the track, doing that. Right, this is just frustrating, so yeah, just stopping them. I mean, Dinmore Manor actually ran nicely, and the Intercity did not, and destroyed my track because it was being complete spoon. So, some shots of the gorgeous Dinmore Manor going around because it's actually running okay. So. Why is it dead loud? On to the next two. Now for a far nicer locomotive, one of my favourites, the absolutely gorgeous Hornby Terrier. So this will be running for quite a while, I reckon. Let's get this going. Loco. It's nice and quiet, runs well. How beautiful this thing is though, look at the size of that. Can't wait to get that running in a bit. I've got a round of pretty decent locos now though, so don't have many oldies now. Mainly all modern, high-spec locos, so. The Terrier is just phenomenal loco though, it's such a smooth little loco, it's awesome, this is, love it. But then it looks nice as well, ignore my finger. Next is the gorgeous Mallard. Yes, I did end up picking up 2 A4s in 2021. I didn't realise how obsessed with A4s I would be, but this is not the total amount I will end up with. I'll end up with a lot more than this. So, but look at that. 2 LNER masterpieces together. Gresley masterpieces specifically. Anyway, let's go for the A4 anyway. That's all. Dead smooth, see that? It's got a flywheel fitted, which the standard one doesn't have. Crazy. Anyway, watch Mallard go around for a bit. Mallard is stunning. It's only a railroad A4, shall we say. However, still a fabulous loco. A4. A4 Mallard to be specific. Under the tree. Oh, this loco's just exquisite. Beautiful in reality as well. It was the only A4 one of the very few locos I consider getting in railroad form, because the railways ones are a bit too expensive, but the railroad locos are so good that there's no point in paying nearly twice the price for the railways version of this loco. But all the other A4s I get will be railways ones, and my experimental purple is a railways one. Just because they're a bit nicer. But there's also more choice with the railways ones, but it's far too beautiful and too good of a price to turn down, so I decided not to turn it down. And stop Mal. There you go. Doesn't stop dead, it has the flywheel, so it sort of is a bit of you can see it just about where it's normal. Look at that. There you go. The power was off way before it stopped. That's the joys of a flywheel as well, which the railways one does not have, just in case you wondered, which is pretty weird, but yeah. Anyway, on to the next ones. So the next two are diesels then. We have the 03 Shunter from Bachmann with a reasonably large open wagon tray. And then we've got the Ruston, which is, by the way, it's on its own. It doesn't have its little thing. It doesn't have one. Little wagon that helps it with pickups. It doesn't have that. So it's got some box vans or whatever. So it's got those. And yeah, it does actually manage really well on its own, so it shouldn't have a problem here, really. So we'll set these two off. We'll do the Ruston first. I spoke too soon, didn't I? There you go. Bless it. Probably not the Ruston's fault. And the 03 at Shunter speed. I'll put the Ruston at full pell because otherwise it's going to get stuck, but it's still not first. That is flat out. How adorable this little thing is. It's so small! It's tiny! And here comes the 03, just tootling along with its open wagons. Some of which are loaded, some aren't. And there's the Ruston. Coming now. It's quite a big train for such a small loco. Very powerful though. Tons of torque. Very heavy die-cast running plate. Give it enough weight so it can pull a very decent load. So, powerful loco that. And the Ruston is coming. Little Ruston. It runs so well, it's unbelievable. It runs better than some of the big locos, it's unbelievable. 03 running nicely. Slowly, at Shunter speed. It's a realistic sort of speed for a Shunter. Because they're not first locos, as you would expect. And there's the Ruston going a little bit faster, but not break speed, obviously. Not ridiculous. And kind of stop the Ruston before it comes in. Just about. And there's 03. Lovely. Right, we'll get on to the next two then. The rain is getting increasingly worse. Look at the state of that. It's absolutely horrendous. Anyway, the next two are the gorgeous Bachmann 94XX and the Hornby Centenary Peckett. That's got a small little grey goods train to match its livery. And the 94XX. So, has the ex-Great Western sort of coaches with the chocolate and cream sort of thing. So, let's go. This runs on the non-feedback controller, which is why it's on this line. I can't go on any other line, but this is the right order anyway. And then we've got the Peckett going the wrong way. There we go. Off they pop. Let's watch them go around. Oh, here comes the 94. Gorgeous loco, this. Very good loco as well. Shows that Bachmann is seriously up to speed now and know what they're doing. Because obviously they are pretty famous for having quite crude mechanisms in the past, and charging a lot for, well, I wouldn't say a little, but charging a lot for what you can get for a lot less. However, the Bachmann 94XX and the Johnson 1P and the New Caledonian 812 and basically all of their brand new releases, not like reintroduced models, but they're brand new tooled locos, are proof that Bachmann are seriously up to speed now, and in fact they're probably up there as one of the best manufacturers, because the locos they build now are phenomenal. This is one of them. It weighs more than some tender engines and has more pulling power than most tender engines because it weighs nearly 300 grams and it's only an 060. What the hell? It's unbelievable how heavy it is. It's got proper bearings, got a really powerful cordless motor, which cordless isn't usually, well, originally wasn't as good. It wasn't as an option for locos, but it is actually proving, these ones anyway, to be phenomenal in locos, so they're brilliant. I don't mind. I've got a non-feedback controller, which you probably didn't know. I've got the HM2000 and a non-feedback old classic controller, which runs perfectly with with cordless motors, so I can experiment with cordless motors now. And I will be doing so. We can see the firebox glow as well. It's one of the very few locos, I think it's the only loco, shall I rephrase that I have with firebox glow. This loco here cost me 220 quid and doesn't have firebox glow. Now I know that's because it's a bit more difficult with this because of its different cab layout and stuff, but what I'm saying is this is 120 quid, 130 quid loco, this Bachmann 94XX, something around that. And it's got firebox glow, and some really expensive locos don't, and it shows that, yeah, Bachmann, you are doing an amazing job. Keep doing what you're doing. Potentially retool all of your locos like this, and yeah, all of that crap about you being terrible at making mechanisms will fade because no longer. But you do make some terrible mechanisms. You have done anyway. But yeah, you're doing very well. I'm looking to get some of the new releases from Bachmann at some point because they're awesome. But then this is awesome as well. This Hornby Peckett die-cast boiler, die-cast running plate, little W4, absolutely phenomenal. Not my only grey loco anymore, is it? British Enterprise, you are also grey. They're great, these. One more lap with the 94XX and we will stop the W4 as it comes round now. Lovely. Just grab the 94XX. And stop. Oh, hang on. There you go. Lovely, lovely. Let's get to the next ones. Okay, the next two includes the Class 66 and the Hornby SDJR 3F Jinty. Nice little loco. Got sort of a branch line train with that. Just some nice little small coaches. And then this has got the big freight, which I will need for the next loco after this as well. So, That's why I've done it. Took ages, but that's how it is. Anyway, let's get the Class 66 up and running. Not going that way, going that way. That's better. Powerful loco. Not going to break a sweat with these. And the little 3F Jinty going the other way. And a bit quicker. There we go. May as well stay here because by the time the train leaves, it comes back again. That's a long train. Jesus. That's not every single wagon I've got either. This loco can pull all of them pretty much. Don't know what that knocking noise is, but good little loco that. I took the coupler off the front because it's a bit better. And then goes the Class 66 again. Absolutely fabulous loco. It's sort of so powerful it's pulled one of the wagons off. Hopefully that fixes itself. If the train stops, we know what the problem is. I think it's put itself back on the track. Yes, it has. Nice. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, well, I've just made it worse. I've made it a lot worse. Oh, no. Disaster. Disaster. Oh, no. Right, the art with the Class 66 is you can slow it right down and fix a stranded. There you go. Speed it up again. Look at that. That's why you get a Class 66. They're lovely and smooth and easy to use and just slow down nicely. Anyway, the Jinty's not had much of a look in, so we'll do that now. Get some shots of the gorgeous little Jinty going around. It's a nice loco actually. It looks the part with those coaches, even though they're obviously probably not prototypical or anything. Never are. But then again, I don't really do prototypical because I think it's a bit boring. I do heritage style. It's nice. I will do some prototypical eventually. I try and do it when I can, but this isn't prototypical. Pulling these sorts of heritage style wagons until I get some containers or some big mega boxes or anything. That's not going to be prototypical, is it? Absolutely enormous, this loco as well, but it's fabulous. One of my favourite classes, the diesel, the Class 66. I do like a diesel though, they're nice. Nice change from steam sometimes. We've had 3 in this session, so hopefully we'll have another one next year. By the end of next year, have another diesel at some point. Right. Let that big train go past. Meanwhile, we will stop the SDJR Jinty. I'm going to get the Bachmann version of that loco, but number 23, so I've got a matching pair. And the Class 66. Lovely. Right, on to the next ones then. So we're getting increasingly towards the end of the running session now. We're getting further and further through the list of locos. There's now 3-way, is the only 3-way we're going to do, and it features the gorgeous Bachmann G2A, which has got the Class 66's freight train, the gorgeous Bachmann Foxcote Manor, which has got the Pullmans, and then the Hornby B2 Peckett, which is pulling the last of the presents around. So there's not many more presents to deliver. With PCRs and COVID passes, it's been quite difficult for Santa to spread all of his presents worldwide, so he's had to employ the drivers of the B2 Peckett to deliver the last few, so a couple of days late. So yeah, that's how it works. Anyway, jokes aside, let's get into this running session then, shall we? Running the G2A, which is going to have, well, I was going to say it would have a bit, it might wheel slip a little bit, because it's not the heaviest loco in the world. It is powerful, but it isn't the heaviest loco in the world. But no, it wasn't attached to its wagon, so There you go. Come on, G2A. There you go. And slowly, slowly. Half speed. And yeah, that's managing them pretty nicely. I'll just keep an eye on it, make sure it isn't wheel slipping too badly. Yeah, it's running nicely. There we go. And now for these two who set off together, which is hilarious to think, because they're both of the tracks are wired, so. Why has the Peckett died? I have found the problem, but it's too difficult to fix at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the B2 on the next round. So it can go with the next ones, and we'll have another three-way. Well, actually, we can't have a three-way. We'll have another two-way, and then a two-way, if that's all possible. Or like a single one or something, I don't know. No, we'll run the B2 on its own, actually. Okay. Right, Foxcote Manor, and the G2A then. The Bachmann round. G2A managing absolutely wonderfully, considering it isn't the biggest loco in the world. There it is. Look at this. How is it managing this well? That's a long train. Jesus, the lighting changes. Right, so if we can fit the B2 in dead quick, we will stop these two. I know it's a short round, but sort of going to be here till the middle of next Tuesday if we don't hurry up, so. The rain is appalling. G2A lovely and silently coming round. Great model this. Picked it up for 80 quid recently. Only had it a month or so. A couple of months, so. First 29th of October I picked it up. But obviously you guys only saw it in November because I was on holiday when I picked it up, so. Absolutely wonderful little thing. And look at the shine on the boiler. It's phenomenal. Anyway, we'll run the B2 dead quick, and then we'll have the penultimate round, and then we will have a finish with the Hush Hush, which will go last. So, not much longer now. Right, let's do the B2 Peckett then. Help if it's on the track. Oh my god. There we go. It's off. Right, now for the penultimate rotation, round, shall we say, before the Hush Hush and the end of the video, so not too long now. Just these two now before we get to the Hush Hush. So, it is the Bachmann Earl class, absolutely gorgeous loco, and the Hornby Collectors Club 2021 Locomotive. I'm going to fall over, nearly, there we go. So, yeah, let's get these two running, and then we'll move into the Hush. So nicely does it, Earl class. Nice. And the Collectical Worker. Half speed. Pair of them. Just over. Not running too badly. There we go. There's the Earl running beautifully. Got cab detail and that's phenomenal. And there's the Collectical Worker. Get to the big beast in a bit, which is, by the way, that is my largest locomotive. It is absolutely enormous. So we'll run that in a bit. There's the Earl class and the Collectical Worker coming past now. Both in BR black liveries. Got unlined black early crest and lined black late crest. So my only black liveried Great Western loco though, the Earl class. The rest are green or red. Some are BR liveried, but still green. And the red is obviously Hogwarts, which is random, I know. Right, so we'll stop the Collectical Loco. We'll let the Earl go past one more time because it's not going to stop in time. Lovely, lovely. Let's have a look at that. And now for the Earl. Which I like in the black because it doesn't clash with Truro too much, because they're quite similar designs, but they're completely different opposite ends of the scale when it comes to livery, which I like. I think the plain black and the green lined, green with lining and red underframes on Truro is just phenomenal. I did run Truro with it in the review, so if you go and have a look at that on the channel, it's not too far back in terms of videos. It's lovely. So anyway, now for the last bit of this running session. Let's get British Enterprise going, shall we? And yeah, that is the latest locomotive that I got just a few days ago, in fact. So not too bad. So this is the last loco I managed to get in 2021. It is also the most expensive loco I have, and the largest by quite a bit. It is bigger than the P2, which you will probably go, eh? It is. And the sort of sound that you will make when you realise, yeah, that's what I thought as well, when I found out. And yeah, I do own a P2, as you should know. Oh well, you might not, but you know now. I own a P2, Railroad Cock of the North, and I've put them together side by side in the review. I believe I did it, and yeah, it is well, I wouldn't say it's a lot bigger, but there's a couple of centimetres in it. It is bigger. It's also quite a lot bigger than an A4. Yeah, so it is big. And it is the most expensive loco I've got. The most expensive before this was City of Truro at 149 quid. This is 220. So there's a big difference there. So I think it was 150 actually, City of Truro. I don't know. I don't know. It was around. It was either 149 or 150. I don't know. But yeah, quite expensive. And now there's a plane going over. People going on holiday when they go do PCRs. Weird. Anyway, now for the running of the gorgeous Hush Hush. We'll do a couple of laps around and then we'll call it a day. knocked my signal over. Whoa, what the hell? There we go. Fixed it. Just nice and slowly for now. If you've watched the review, you will know that this was not the first one I got, because it became damaged. But I think they've learned from their mistakes, because when it came the second time, this one, it was like the packaging was on the opposite end of the scale. It was well protected, to say the least, whereas it wasn't the first time, which is probably why it got damaged. So there's the trees. Yeah, it runs nicely into the tree. Size this thing out. It's just so ridiculously beautiful. I love it so much. Oh my god. It's just phenomenal. And I like the nameplate set the loco off so well. That's why I got the nameplates, because I think it just looks slightly nicer in terms of, I just think it sets the logo off so nicely. I mean, it looks phenomenal without them as well, obviously, but I just prefer the nameplates. Which it never actually had fitted in reality. It was supposed to, though, but they never actually fitted the nameplates. They did make them, though. Ugh. Managed to get it in shot as well. So then, guys, that is it. All 18 locomotives that I have accumulated in 2021. It is a big video today, I know. I've just realised that it's going to be quite a big one for people to watch, but I hope you've enjoyed it, because I rarely do big run sessions anyway. There will be a video dropping on the 1st of Jan, saying like what's coming and in the new year and stuff, video-wise. That'll give you all the information. There will also be one on my main channel, so make sure you go and check that out, because some really exciting stuff coming there. But anyway, I do hope you've all had a really lovely Christmas, and I hope you all have a happy new year. Thank you so much for watching all of the videos this year, and making the channel grow as much as it has done. Hopefully that continues, because I like doing this model rail channel a lot, and I like doing all the railway stuff. It's, to be honest, I do actually prefer doing it a bit more than I do the main channel, but if it grows more, I will do more for the channel. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Put the notification bell on so you're alerted when I make a new upload, and I will see you very soon for some more videos. Take care of yourselves, have a happy new year, hope you had a lovely Christmas, and I'll see you very, very soon.